Tessa from Mama's Geeky here. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. Thank you, Allie, so much for taking the time today.
Of course. Hi, Tessa. How are you?
So good. I'm such a big fan of yours. And I mean, listen, you were in Toy Story and now you're in another iconic franchise. What does that feel like?
I keep just saying my 14-year-old self keeps pinching myself, being like, what is happening? Like, what, Toy Story 4 to Home Alone now. It's such a dream. And I love the Disney fam, especially doing these junkets. Everyone's so nice. Everyone's so excited. So I'm just so happy.
Well, you're so good in this. You're so much fun. Your character is quite the fashionista. Let's put it that way. She's got some outfits that she wears in the cold. So can you tell me about wearing those outfits?
She really does. And at our first fitting, it was all about like, what is May style? Because we can go a few different ways, and finding that together with the costume designer was so much fun. We had some sleek black elements, but always some sort of, loud, crazy faux fur or, crazy silver jacket. And my favorite thing was matching with my little one, Ollie. There's this picture that I have of us both in matching, like really loud silver jackets, and that just cracked me up.
I love it. So how would you describe May to people watching?
She is her own person. She is that fun aunt from LA who's coming in. She's a little bit out of touch of, living in LA. She's got her green juice, and her crazy jackets. But at the end of the day, she has so much heart and she loves her niece and nephew. And she's a really good aunt, which I'm an aunt in real life too. So I was like, oh, I get to be Auntie Allie in this, which was so much fun. But yeah, Tim Simons and I, who we play husband and wife, we had so much fun, and I think we bring some an additional layer of fun to the cast.
For sure. So have you ever bought did you have a niece or a nephew? Have you bought them clothes that maybe were inappropriate like you do?
I have a niece and a nephew. Nothing. Sometimes I'll buy them like those Marvel outfits or something, and they never want to wear them, and I'm like, no, come on, wear them. Kids, they're like, yeah, get away from me. I love being an aunt. It's just you get to spoil them.
Yeah, it's so fun. I have kids, but I also have a niece and a nephew as well. And I feel like I spoil them more than I spoil my kids sometimes.
Yeah, right. I
know. So when you were a kid, you were left home alone, how do you think you would fare? Like, would you come up with a battle plan or would you just hide? What would you do?
I think a little bit of both. I think I would do the battle plan and then I would just hide and like watch them go through it. I talk about this because I have two older brothers. So growing up with them was honestly like always living in a home alone house, because they would just like put me in a cardboard box and like push me down the stairs to see if I could fly, stuff like that, or like shoot hockey pucks at me. So I just always feel like I was like constantly evading like all of the pranks and the hijinks, because, I had a Buzz and a Kevin, and it was always a wild time with them.
Well, last question, I got to wrap up, but I want to know, what do you hope families take away from this movie?
Just so much. I think it's such a perfect way to start out the holiday season, especially during this pandemic times. It's going to bring a lot of laughs, a lot of joy, so much hijinks. But at the end of the day, I think what people love about these movies is that it really is about, love and cherish your family. Like, you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring. So, just make sure that we appreciate them and really cherish them. So,
well, yes. Thank you so much for your time. My kids and I loved it. They're like 8 and 10. And we just absolutely, as soon as it ended, they said, can we watch that again?
Oh my gosh, that makes me so happy, because I feel like that's what I'm most excited to see, is how the kids are going to react to it. So that's awesome to hear.
Yeah, it's so fun. And then real quick, conversation for another day, but I just finished the screeners for Hulu's Hit Monkey, and like, bravo. There's nothing you can't do. Seriously.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun too. And how fun that they're both coming out the same kind of week.
I know.
It's so great. Thank you for all your support, truly.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time today, Allie.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much to all of my monetary supporters, my members here on YouTube, as well as my patrons. If you haven't joined yet, please consider doing so. We have some really awesome perks, including a monthly Zoom meeting where we get to talk face to face. Thank you again to everyone who supports me.